Welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Junior Garcia, and here are some of the stories we have for you tonight. Governor addresses budget shortfall. LBJ Gardens residents speak out. And St. Croix Adult Education Graduates Class of 2014. These stories and more up next on News Channel 8.
TV8 News is brought to you by Total Excellium. More protection, more miles. Total, you know where to turn.
In tonight's top story, Governor John D. Young Jr. recently introduced legislation that would provide financial resources to address a massive $30 million deficit in the general fund. Acknowledging an approximate $30 million deficit in the general fund operating budget, and after meetings with members of the legislature, Governor John P. D. Young Jr. has submitted a bill that seeks to provide financial resources to address the budget shortfall. My proposed bill comes after numerous discussions with the senators on a plan to address the shortfall and the cost-saving measures that we have implemented to close the budget shortfall. I have also provided funding for the 2 territorial hospitals so they can continue to provide patient care and to allow them to meet some outstanding obligations while reestablishing their credit with priority suppliers and provide resources needed for several capital projects in both island districts, D. Young said Monday. The bill will also provide funding to continue the process to close both the Anguilla and Bavoni landfills pursuant to the consent decree that exists between the Waste Management Authority and the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. In other news, residents of the LBJ Gardens on St. Croix are speaking out against the poor treatment they have received from the housing community's owners.
I live in LBJ Garden. My name is Felicita Garcia, and I is here to thank Senator Sanes and Senator Hanson, Delegate to Congress, the office of the governor, Farmer Pete Encarnacion, Administrator James, the Delegate to Congress, everybody who help us. And I accuse nobody that anybody do it for spite, but it shut down our water. And I really am grateful for the senator, the 2 senators, Senator Sanes, Senator Hanson. The next day, Friday, we get the water. I want to thank the man and woman from WAPA. They respond well quick. And I accuse nobody, the housing do it or whatever it is. It could be a mistake too. But I really appreciate Senator Hanson and Senator Sanes and everybody who have been involved with helping us. And I'm feeling too well with the situation, and I would like them to come in agreement, like to fix some building and let us and because some people, right now I have some neighbors that they find it hard to move from there because it's a long time we live in there. I would like them to housing to come with agreement to fix some of the building and let us stay here because things is too hard up there to go and rent a house. It's too hard to rent a house.
The government of the Virgin Islands recently held a special ceremony to recognize its top employees.
Being a true team player and presenting a cheerful and professional face to everyone is why she has garnered Office of the Governor's 2014 Employee of the Year.
And I like to I bring my mother here. This is the backbone of the Peterson family. The whole us tied together. I ain't walk with no speech, but just coming from the heart.
Be considered for Employee of the Year is a great honor and a privilege, and I find myself extremely honored to be receiving such an important award. I would like to thank the Honorable Governor, John P. Young Jr., for giving me the opportunity to work under this administration. To everyone that was instrumental in selecting me as this year's Employee of the Year, thank you. It means a lot to me. It tells me that you value the work that I've done, and I will continue to do.
Legislature of the Virgin Islands proudly honors Ms. Mona Deltaire Picard. Mona Deltaire Picard conducts herself in a professional manner at all times. She performs above and beyond her call of duty and responsibilities and has excellent communication skills, which enables everyone to work with her easily. Supreme Court of the Virgin Islands proudly honors Mr. Dwyer Arce. Mr. Dwyer Arce is an exemplary employee who strives to accomplish all assigned tasks in an effective and efficient manner. He's a consummate team player who assists wherever needed and is continually willing to explore new ideas to help facilitate business processes at the Supreme Court of the Virgin Islands. Kudos, Mr. Arce.
New tonight, St. Croix Adult Education held its 2014 commencement exercises last Friday, which included inspirational speeches from graduates and local dignitaries.
I was told by some people, maybe some of you are out there right now, why worry with school at your age? Well, that gave me the opportunity to let them know that one can be successful at any age. And to start the ball rolling, I will be attending the University of the Virgin Islands. St. Croix campus, August 2014. Somewhere I heard this quotation: seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave.
The wisdom behind the statement is that we don't need to worry about how soon we reach the finish line, but how we reach the finish line. Some get there quick, but they didn't truly learn anything, especially about themselves. Some get there on time, but they do not appreciate what they have earned. They take it for granted because it came so easy. Some get there quick, and they are so arrogant and proud about their success that they have not learned that the educational pathway must be paved with excellence and with humility. But each of you who are graduating tonight are evidence of the saying that the race is not for the swift, but for the one who endureth to the end. Each of you endured, and you survived. You are graduating tonight not because your mother or father made you go to school. You are graduating tonight because you wanted it.
Well, you know, it's never too late to fulfill your dreams. Stay tuned. We have more news right after this.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
And now, here is Cynthia Graham with your nightly Caribbean report.
Thank you. In a story close to home, the governments of the British Virgin Islands and the U.S. Virgin Islands have begun candid talks to clarify the laws governing the musical exchange between the two territories. Last Thursday, BVI Minister of Education and Culture, Myron Walwyn, led a delegation to St. Thomas to discuss the requirements for BVI bands traveling to the USVI to perform at various functions and events. During the BVI presentation, it was explained that despite the long tradition of musical exchange between the two territories, BVI bands began experiencing difficulties 5 years ago while entering the USVI. Among these were the lengthy application process and the need for the P3 visa. Last week's meeting was held amid concerns raised when a number of BVI bands were denied admission to perform at BVI night during the recent St. Thomas Carnival. And here's some sporting news out of St. Kitts. The high cost of inter-regional travel and poor leadership by local sporting organizations are some of the factors hindering the development of a vibrant sports business model in the Caribbean. So says Vernon Springer, a senior sports officer at the St. Kitts Department of Sports, during a recent appearance on Talk Radio. Springer spoke of other ways in which Caribbean countries could capitalize on the ever-growing global sports market. For starters, St. Kitts will be hosting prime matches in the upcoming Caribbean Premier League T20 cricket this summer, thanks to a $4 million investment by the government, which included the installation of state-of-the-art stadium lights. And finally tonight, a St. Martin youngster is doing her part to help raise emergency awareness on the island. Shanice James, a student at St. Joseph's School on St. Martin, won an island-wide drawing contest to promote St. Martin's 912 medical emergency number. Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, Cornelius D. Weaver, visited the school last Friday to announce the winner and to distribute magnets containing James's winning drawing. What better way can one use to promote the use of the 912 emergency number than to start with educating our youngsters about it? Minister D. Weaver said. James's drawing of an ambulance is depicted on the 912 magnets, along with her personal message, "Dial 912, not 911 for ambulance." The drawing contest was put on by the St. Martin Ambulance Department in conjunction with Windward Islands Emergency Medical Services. What a talented little girl. This has been tonight's Caribbean Report. I'm Cynthia Graham. We'll be back tomorrow to bring you more news and views from in and around the Caribbean. Back to you.
No, thank you, Cynthia. In tonight's education news, students of St. Croix's Elena L. Christian Junior High School Rocketry Club were recently recognized at a special ceremony held in their honor. Let's take a look.
It's a lot of effort that goes into it. You know, they're missing other things that other children would normally have. They're missing going to the movies. They're missing a lot of things just to hone their science skills. And I saw Raul when their team, when the rocket, one of the parachutes didn't deploy. I mean, I saw drops of tears as big as a coconut, you know. I mean, it's, you know, and I felt so bad, you know, I felt bad that we were so close, you know, we were already celebrating. We were celebrating, and teams from Virginia, from New York, from California, they were already coming to us and saying, what you guys do in the Virgin Islands? Because they think it's just surf and sand and beach and so forth, and rocketry science. You notice that the guest speaker at Capitol Hill was he's an astronaut still, astronaut Melvin Leland. And he came to Elena 5 years ago to talk to the students, the rocketry students. And we got there not knowing that he was going to be the guest speaker. And he recognized us right away, came and, you know, hugged the students, and he said he's going to come back to St. Croix to talk to the students again. So I'm saying that, Ms. King, that the networking, you know, the alliances that these students are making, their students from Maryland took their addresses, their email, because they want to keep on communicating, establish, you know, some relationship. And it's a wonderful program.
One of the things I would like to say to you is, as when we were a refinery, the most difficult task as an HR professional was the ability to recruit locally individuals who had a background in science, engineering, technology, and mathematics, STEM as what we call it. We often would have to go off island to look for engineers, to look for CPAs, to look for IT specialists, and it's a very costly endeavor for the company to do that. We've even had our HR team go out to colleges, you know, to college campuses, set up our little booth, and hopefully and pray that some Virgin Islander would walk past and we could grab them and say, hey, why don't you come home? Why don't you come home and be an intern, serve as a co-op at Hovensa? And very, very few times would we luck out and find a Virgin Islander walking past on one of those campuses and encourage them to come back and work in a co-op program. And hopefully at the end of the co-op program and at the end of them earning their degree, they would come back home and work at the refinery. So I want to really continue to encourage you to stay on this path of science, engineering, and technology. Those are the jobs that are going to change the Virgin Islands. Those are the jobs of the future. Hovensa continues to remain hopeful. We're optimistic that we would eventually sell the refinery, and we're going to need our people to come home. We're going to need those jobs filled if we ever get there. We're going to be looking for you, the students of Elena Christian Junior High, to go off, get your degrees, and come back home and take the refinery into the future in the event that there is a sale.
A job well done. Another candidate has thrown in his hat in the ring for a seat of the 31st legislature. local media veteran George Moore has announced his candidacy.
Now more than ever, St. Croix needs a senator who is going to shake things up. St. Croix needs a strong senator to reform our government with results. St. Croix needs a senator who knows how to balance the interests of the people and kick out all of the bureaucracy. St. Croix needs a senator who owes nothing to the insiders and the lobbyists in the smoke-filled rooms and answers only to you, the voters. I am that person. I am asking you, the voters of St. Croix, to give me that chance to show you what I can do to improve our community. I am a team player. I will work with anyone for a better St. Croix and the Virgin Islands. I am George Moore, number 7 on the ballot. I ask for your prayers, financial support, and most of all, your vote on August 2nd, which will allow me to move on to the general election on November 4th. I will leave you these strong words. Never be bullied into silence. Never allow yourself to be a victim. Make your vote count on Saturday, August 2nd.
More news straight ahead.
This newscast has been sponsored by Mario's Virgin Crystal. Let us save you the hassle of lugging those jugs around. Purified bottled water conveniently delivered to your home or office. Also available in your favorite grocery store. Call 773-2810.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
And finally tonight, the St. Croix Majorettes hosted its annual Spring Finale Fun Day today. And let's take a look at that.
Well, today we have the spring finale for the St. Croix Majorette. We had a spring semester. And we work with young ladies from the ages of 3 to 17. And with me, I have the 2 leaders for the spring semester.
Tashira. Judea Parija.
And today we had a fun day for our kids. We're asking the community to support the St. Croix Majorette. We've been in existence for 40 years. We just made our 40th anniversary. We will be opening our doors after Labor Day, after September 7th. We'll be opening our doors for new recruitment. And we are asking the community out there to sponsor the group because we are in need. And remember, we are a legacy. We've had 40 years in existence. And we want to thank the community, the sponsors, and the parents for supporting us throughout the years. Thank you.
That is true talent. Stay with us. We have your weather coming up next.
Your weather coming up next. Your weather.
And here's a look at your local weather.
Tonight, isolated showers, partly cloudy with a low around 72. East wind 16 to 18 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. Tuesday, isolated showers, mostly sunny with a high near 82. East wind around 18 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. On Tuesday night, isolated showers, partly cloudy with a low around 72. East wind around 18 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. And on Wednesday, isolated showers, sunny with a high near 84. East wind around 17 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. And on Wednesday night, isolated showers, partly cloudy with a low around 72. East wind around 17 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. And on Thursday, isolated showers, sunny with a high near 84. East wind around 17 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. This is Cheryl Francis with your Channel 8 News Weather.
Thank you very much for tuning in. It's good to be back. That's all we have for local news, though. Do not forget to like us on Facebook at WSVI-CH8 and follow us on Twitter at WSVI-TV News. And be sure to subscribe to Channel 8 on YouTube at WSVI-TV News Channel 8. Watch us on your computer, plus use the free Dish Anywhere app to DVR us or see us anywhere in the world. on your smartphone or tablet. I'm Junior Garcia, and World News is up next. Good night, Virgin Islands.
TV8 News was brought to you by Total Excellium. More protection, more miles. Total. You know where to turn.